The Polyend tracker is my favorite Groovebox.
Freebie.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Rory J. Corrigan. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. Well, I think the title of this video really says it all. I have finally come to the conclusion that, yes, the Polyend tracker is my favorite Groovebox that I have used so far. That title previously went to the OPZ, which, if you don't know, was one of the first pieces of gear, electronic music gear anyway, that I started with back in 2019. And I used it super heavily for about 2 years until, sadly, the quality, the build quality started really playing with, triggering consistency and things like that. Everything started to decline. I retired it from the channel, still used it in my personal life. And then finally, about just over a year ago, I stopped using it off camera as well, as the double triggering and inconsistencies just made it too much for me to even bear with, even when I wasn't making a Freebeat video. But now, I have a new favorite, the Polyend tracker. Of everything I've used so far, this has the perfect combination of features for me. It's got some very basic sampling editing capabilities. It's got maybe the most capable sequencer that I've ever used in the tracker format, which works really well for me as a drummer. I'm a very numbers-based musician. So being able to see everything like this and, even my effects and everything laid out like this works perfectly. The interface really strikes my love for keyboards, even video games somewhat, with like the arrows and the jog wheel. I don't know, everything about this device just feels perfect to me. So I decided to give myself a little test today. So what I have done is I have actually gone into the sample loading screen here, and without listening to them, I have loaded in all of these different samples. As you can see, we've got some kicks here, a couple claps, some hi-hats, a couple snare drums, and some synths. So I figured I would try to make a fun, groovy pattern just using those. I have no clue what they sound like or anything like that, so let's go ahead and get to work. Let's go to song really quick first, and change the tempo to, how about 111 BPM. Perfect. We'll go back to pattern. I do want to lay down a kick drum, so I think I want to go 4 on the floor here. So I'm going to highlight the whole row. I'm going to go fill, and I'm actually going to fill it with, we'll fill it. Let's go every 4 steps, so 4 on the floor. There we go. And we will go random instrument from a selection based on all 4 of our kick drums. So it'll randomly assign one of our 4 different kick drums to a 4 on the floor pattern. Let's hit play and have a listen. Okay, not the strongest start, but that's okay. We can probably do something with that and play around with it a little bit later. Let's go ahead now and go down here to track 2, and let's throw down a snare drum. So, we will go instrument here, and I do like that snare drum right there. I think I've used that one before. We'll do the beatbox one there, okay. Whoops. Is that different? Interesting. Yeah, they are different. Okay, they sound very similar. And we'll do the ice one here. Okay, let's hit play. Okay, so right off the bat, we have a pretty cool sounding little groove just by having a 4 on the floor kick and snare drum on 2 and 4. But of course, by changing those samples. And if you listen, I believe we have a little bit of a melody too. So I'm guessing that kicks a C, and then that sounds like there's a B flat. that might come in handy. We will see. Let's go ahead and highlight this whole row on track 3, go to fill. Let's go ahead and say we will randomly fill in, random, there we go, with 63% density for our hi-hat. So 63% of these notes are going to be filled in approximately with our hi-hat. So we will once again go random, and I will select our range of hi-hats here. There we go, and fill. Okay, that's pretty cool right there. One thing I am noticing here, though, is that it is pretty weak without an oomphy kick on beat 1. We just have whatever instrument 3 is. I think I want another one of instrument 4 also, so I'm just going to put that on track 2, but I'm going to go in and lower the volume of that a little bit. So this kick drum here can still shine, but it still has a bit of that oomph behind it. There we go. Yeah, just right there. That's already a super cool drum pattern, and I feel like we could, work with it. We could either put that in the DAW and have some fun with it, or we could continue it right here, which is what I would like to do today. Let's go ahead and come up with a new, with a bass line. Let's go ahead and pick a random synth here that I added. What is this one? That might not be the best sound to use. Gotta find our pitch here. Okay, so I'm actually super unsure what the pitch of that bass drum actually is. And I need to find a synth. Maybe it is C and B flat. I don't know. I have nothing near perfect pitch, so bear with me if that's completely wrong. Anyway, let's just take this basic synth tone here. Luckily, I did add a basic one. By the way, I wasn't really even looking at what I added, so it was just kind of by pure luck that showed up. Let's actually go and get our filter cutoff assigned to an LFO here. And we'll go back to it here. There we go. Let's go to sample playback. And let's actually turn this into a granular synth. Now that's not at all the right notes to match that bass. But it kind of sounds cool. Oh, those are, though. That's a happy accident. Yeah, not that great, but that's okay. We're just kind of going with it right now. There we go. And let's go ahead and fade this one out here. Maybe not right there. Let's fade it out right here. There we go. And we'll do another one of those. Actually, we'll put another note right there. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's duplicate the length of the pattern. Actually, duplicate the whole pattern itself. And then right down here, we'll add a G sharp. I do want to go into, nope, not master, instrument parameters and bring the volume down just a little bit. There we go. Does not work an octave down, does it? However, let's go ahead and add some overdrive and reduce the bitrate. Yeah. There we go, a little bit of reverb on there as well. And, whoops, let's send the LFO to the panning as well. How about that? Yeah, why not? Just having fun, showing off how much I actually enjoy the workflow. And even if this isn't a track that ever turns into anything, the more you use a device, also the more you learn about it, even if it's one like the Polyend tracker that you already love, if you're me. I can't speak highly enough about the process of just continuing to use a device, even if you know what you're making isn't going to go any further than the session you're working in right now. And always save if you have room. Always save whatever you're working on, because who knows, I might come back to this later at some point and be like, oh yeah, I've got the perfect idea that'll actually take that from a fun little video idea to a full proper track. You never know what you might think of when you come back to something with a fresh set of eyes and a fresh set of ears. Tell you what I want to do now. I actually want to highlight and copy all of our snare drums into a new track. And then what I want to do is go into Effect Slot 2, highlight the whole row, and randomly reverse some of these samples and just see how it sounds layered with the forward stuff, the forward samples. Never say stuff in a YouTube video. Reverse playback. Here we go. We will go random from forward to backward. Let's have a listen. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, nice. I do really quick want to go into track 1 though. Go to the top, highlight everything, and fill these with a bit more volume. Not quite loud enough on the kick drum for my liking here. Yeah, cool. Let's also go into our synth here. We will go into, fill effect slot 1. Let's find something fun to put in there. Now we could just do chants, which is always fun. But I think, well, yeah, let's do chants. Let's do 70% chance to trigger. How about that? And then we will go into effect slot 2. And we will fill in, let's go to roll now as well, and randomly fill in rolls on here from, I don't know, 1 to V16. That's kind of trippy. All right, I just added some random reverb and delay and overdrive to our different bass drum samples as well. I'll probably go in as we're jamming here or letting this all play out and add some reverb to the snares. In addition, let's have one final listen to our little piece here. of course, on the delay. There we go. I probably didn't stress this enough. This was an example of just how accessible and easy the workflow is. I'm not claiming to have made a beautiful, wonderful track here. This was just one pattern of jamming with some randomly selected samples. I just wanted to show how much I enjoy the workflow and how easy a time I have jumping into it and just immediately getting to work on something. Was this pattern great? Hell no, not great at all. However, working on it was, and I had a great time and I really enjoyed it. And if you actually sit down with this with the intention to, make a full song and not just spend, 15, 20 minutes working on a YouTube video, you definitely can. It's very, very powerful, almost limitless, really, when you start to consider the different sound design possibilities. And really the power comes from all four of these buttons here, having 4 different rows for each individual step. The fact that you have 256 patterns per project, and each of those patterns can be up to 128 steps long, and each step can have a different sample on it. Just wild, the possibilities here. I absolutely love it. It is my new favorite Groovebox. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.